Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your voice Elusive, man, coming at y'all with another video. It's been about a week since we made our last video. We gained the sub and all that. We've been growing and very slowly, but we surely have been growing. So I will take at least a little bit of progress. Anything is better than nothing. But anyways, you guys are here for the video. 2K20 builder system. So obviously, or around, let me look at the dates. Around a month away to the next NBA2K20, the next 2K basically, in short terms. So obviously, you're thinking about the builder system, and what you're here to make is blank. So obviously, we're gonna look back at the previous 2Ks and kind of a consistent pattern that 2K has had. So a consistent pattern would obviously that the center position doesn't get very much love. So if you do like playing big, I would recommend maybe going, if anything, a small center like around 6'9", 6'11", around that height, because the 7 foot and above position gets absolutely no love, or even be in the possibility of power forward position. Now we've seen that wingspan does impact our shooting. In case you guys didn't know, on the 2K21 it actually impacted how fast you shot. If you had a long wingspan, you shot slower. If you had a shorter, you had a quicker release. But these are things to keep in mind for the 2K22 builder system. So also another thing to consider is if you're a guard, you guys also want to know what the minimum dribbling is, because you guys also want to know the difference, because there's a difference between a 99 and 85. That's what we think, but also 2K, they don't tell you. You have to look at NBA2K lab or see what they say. What's the minimum to shoot consistent? All these things, they play a key factor. So when making your build, you want to have all this consideration. The badges, our badges very important. Our attributes more important. A lot of things to consider. You guys also want to look at, if you're more of a slasher type build, you guys want to look at, what's the minimum vertical, the minimum driving dunk. All these things are considerations you have to look at in the 2K22 builder system. Also, you guys also want to know the difference of badge levels as well. So like maybe like if you're maximum at 99, you could get a gold limitless range. You want to see if there's a big difference between gold and Hall of Fame, because if there's Hall of Fame, you're gonna of course want to push for the Hall of Fame limit. Let's say at gold you can't shoot it from half court, but with limitless range you can shoot from half court, and you're that type of player that wants to shoot from half court, so you want to change to that. These are all things to consider going into the 2K22 builder system. But another thing is you don't want to put too much time into this build, because at the time lots of you want to be watching other YouTubers. That's the first thing you want to do as soon as 2K22 drops, studying the builder system. Just like 21 next gen, lots of people wasted their builds making guards, all sorts of stuff like that. All that just to come out the ultimate demigod build is the power forward position. So when you're thinking of your build, just remember that there's most likely going to be a better build, and you're most likely going to have to switch over. But you could be the safe way, think it, write things down, try different positions, different heights, different wingspans. But even then, you still won't be accurate, because you have to do so much calculations, very unpredictable. So we're gonna have to hopefully have our fingers crossed that 2K22 gives us some information on the differences of everything. If wingspan's affected, they need to be more specific, because when making our builds, we're spending around $100 just to upgrade it to where we want it, just to see what it could do, and all that just so we could see that it's a sucky build and spend another $100. And that's not talking about the fact what happens with the different positions. Speed. It's just too much going on into the next build. So when you make this build, maybe get him to a 70 overall. Hold on to the other VC. Grind some badges on him. My career. My park. Mess around with him a bit. Study the game. You for sure have to consider that. Study the game. It's going to be very difficult making the perfect build on the first try. It's impossible. But if 2K does go into details, then you do have that chance of finding the ultimate build. And I'm going to keep this video right there, nice and short. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you do drop a sub on the channel. It's your boy Lucid. I hope to see you guys around. Peace.